Good morning, beloveds. Well, that's just weird. Okay. I put the title in and today it's got the title over my face. So I'm like, all right. In case I wanted to edit it, I don't know. I don't know. And I have a cat on either side of me, and neither cat is a cat that will make you meow. So Foster is on one side and Gabby is on the other. Gabby's on the heating pad, which is ironic because it's 71 degrees out there. Like, it is December 9th and it is 71 degrees. It could get to 80 today because it got to 80 yesterday. And I'm like, this is not okay. I had to switch both my fans back to summer. And then tomorrow the high is going to be 53. Welcome to winter. Welcome to winter in Texas. All right. Let's get on with this. Because you do not watch these for the weather reports. It is December 9th. Our title is Trust the Spirit Within. And our author is Mary L. Kupferle from God Will See You Through, 1983, from Unity. All right. Trust the Spirit Within. Trust the Spirit Within to give you the right ideas to solve anything in your life that needs solving. Trust the Spirit Within to illumine your mind. Trust the Spirit Within to heal your body. Trust the Spirit Within to release you from limiting relationships or habits. Trust the Spirit Within to free you from agitation or irritation in regard to the attitude of others. Trust the Spirit Within to quiet your impatience and bring new peacefulness to your soul. Trust the Spirit Within to show you how to handle your business, to give you guidance in making decisions to fill you with a feeling of well-being. Trust the Spirit within yourself, within others, within any situation or circumstance confronting you. Trust the Spirit within. Somebody's making a bid for the hot pad. Trust the Spirit within your business ventures, within everything around you, within the weather, the plane in which you fly, the car in which you drive, or the environment in which you live. If you think that your faith is not adequate or that your belief is not strong enough, start to build that faith and belief with these very words, saying them boldly and firmly. I trust the Spirit within. Practice trusting God. Practice trusting the presence in you. Practice trusting God's presence in others. Practice and continue practicing. Repeat the words, I trust the Spirit within, then let go. Discipline yourself to affirm this at the very moment you become upset or disturbed about something. Use the wonderful tools of your mind and heart positively and constructively. And stay with the affirmative attitude of trusting the Spirit within until you begin to feel the inner response. It will come. ... Okay. I had a thought and now it's gone. Trust the Spirit within. Well, right towards the end, that's I was thinking, one of the reasons that I wear, and I don't have them on right now because I'm in my house, but I wear a mala, prayer bead around my wrist. And that's one of the reasons why, is because in those moments of upset, if I look down at the mala, then it reminds me, one, who I am, and two, that God's got it, whatever, I know what it was, that whatever I am facing, that I can handle it with God's help. Okay. And that the first place that I need to go is God. And the reason why, and it was, soon she will be a fellow minister, but right now she's a ministerial student. But one of the things is, because she's talking about trusting and she's talking about practicing. And one of the things about it is that you want to make sure that you're making time to be quiet and listen. Like, the guidance is always available, but sometimes we got to shut up and listen, right? And what she said is, that's exactly what she said. It's because if we're not quiet and listen, if we're not being quiet and listening, we're not going to hear the small taps. And then the spiritual 2x4s get bigger, the less we listen. So, and just the way she said it was really funny. I was like, oh yeah, yeah. And that's what, Mary is talking about here. She's reminding us that, no matter what situation we are in, no matter what is going on, we can trust the Spirit within. We can trust the source of our own being. We can trust God. And if you don't, then that's definitely something you want to work on. If you have this idea of what God is, and it's not, and that God is not trustworthy, then you want to go back and look at your idea of God. Because frequently the idea that we were taught growing up about God, one, is incomplete, and two, can just be outright wrong. So if you don't trust God, then you want to go back and look at your ideas of God. Many of us are taught that idea of the old man in the sky sitting on a throne with a book. Why would you trust that? But that's not what God is. God is the spark, and I mean, if I want to put it in quantum physics terms, God is the photon. God is all there is. Therefore, everything is made of God. The spark of life, the spark of creativity, that's God. God doesn't have a personality. And that right there, because the Greeks had this idea, and go back and look at any religion, almost any religion, they have this idea that God is just a blown up human, like a bigger version of a human with all of our eccentricities and our personalities. And that's not what God is. Because why would I trust that? But a spark of life, a spark of creativity, that I can trust. Because in the end, that's all there is. And so I'm willing to do the work to figure out, to root out all those old ideas of God, and just pull them all out and let them go, and trust the source of my being. Trust that spark that makes me me and makes you you, and I can trust that in you. Even when, and not you personally, the you, the third person you, even when the person isn't particularly trustworthy, I can trust the Spirit within them. Does it mean that I'm going to give that person the opportunity? No. No, I don't. But what I am going to do is trust that the Spirit within them is in them, and then I'm going to treat that they know who they are. And I'm going to do it from a safe space. I do not advocate putting myself in harm's way just because I believe in, trusting Spirit. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'll trust your Spirit. I'm going to do it from a safe space. And then I'm going to treat for you to know who you are. But she also says practice. I like the fact that in Science of Mind, we call ourselves practitioners. And even the ministers, we are practitioners first and ministers second. Minister just means we have a little more work to do, generally. But we practice every day. And there are going to be days that even ministers will have a bad day and their faith will get a little. And so then we go back and we practice. I trust the Spirit within. I trust the source of my own being. That's why we advocate regular spiritual practice. We say regular and then we say daily, and, either way. We advocate daily, regular spiritual practice so that you can, yes, Rita has turned up. So, we advocate regular spiritual practice because it creates that well-worn path to the source of your own being, or it deepens the relationship. Now, here's the interesting thing is the relationship between you and God on God's side is all the way deep. God's relationship with you is all it needs to be. It's our job to work on our relationship with God. And to remember that for every step we take towards God, God runs towards us. I forget who said that. It could be Butterworth. Or it could be somebody else. Ernest Holmes didn't quote his sources. Why should I, right? Although it could also be Rumi and or Hafiz that said that. So, everywhere. So we practice, and we practice daily, and we practice in a wide variety of ways. There's not just one way to practice the relationship with the source of your own being. And that's the good news. But to make time for meditation, to make time for treatment, to make time for affirmations. And we can switch it up every time. I'm about to have an international incident, so I'm trying to prevent that. Come on. Get out of Gabby's face. Come on. No. Come on. And that's what I was trying to prevent. Gabby took exception at how close Rita was to her and ran her off. She'll tolerate Foster, but she won't tolerate anybody else near her. Yeah, all right, lay back down. Okay. So, I probably need to wrap up anyway, now that you've gotten to hear Gabby have her moment. So Rita's now in the hallway, and Gabby is standing up staring at her. All right. Oh, yeah, I do want to just for a minute talk about where she said, trust the spirit of the plane, trust the spirit in your business adventures, trust the spirit in the car, trust the spirit in the situation. We don't necessarily think of inanimate objects as having spirit, but if it's all made of God, then why not? Christian de Quincey believes that consciousness goes all the way down. So even the inanimate has spirit. So trust that. When you trust the spirit in the car or in the plane, you are trusting the spirit of the people who manufactured it. You are trusting the people of the spirit that maintain it. You are trusting the people who operate it. You are trusting the people who guide it. So it's not just, you're not, but I appreciate that you pointed that out. And I just wanted to bring that to your attention. It's like when you trust the spirit of a car, yeah, there's spirit in the car. Okay. But you're also trusting the spirit of the people who made it, the people who manufactured it, the people who maintain it, all of that too. And that's important. It's important to think about that. All right. So, you already have your mission today. It's right there in the title. The mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to trust the spirit within. And how do we do that? Well, that's up to you. And like I said, one of the things that you might consider doing is going back and looking at your relationship with, what do you believe God is? And because if you don't trust God, if you don't trust the spirit within, then you have some work to do about what your idea of God is. Okay. All right. The other mission is the same mission I give you every day, which is to do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself. What I call the spiritual practice of self-care. It is extraordinarily important that you take care of yourself. And especially now that we're in the holidays, and I'm going to point out that women have this tendency to, put themselves last. Yeah, no, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. You need to take care of yourself first so that you have more energy to take care of others. Okay. I know there are going to be times that you got to take care of other people first, but make sure that you are on your priority list. And there's a variety of ways to do it. I just give you a couple of quick suggestions. Take a deep breath before you speak is a big favorite of mine. Because I think it's important that you have an idea of what comes flying out of your mouth, so that you are responding, not reacting. I like to suggest to take a walk, to take a nap, to take a break, to put things down and walk away from them if you need a minute, especially if you need to trust the spirit within. Put it down, walk away, clear your mind, listen for the gentle tap, and then come back. And that's what walk, nap, break can do for you. Loving, kind, and compassionate also looks like saying no. And remembering that no is a complete sentence. But it can also look like saying yes, especially to something that pushes you a little out of your comfort zone. And it looks like supporting your friends, where you're going to have a good time. We're going to go to a play tonight. So I'm super excited about that. Even as, this is my first Saturday off in a few weeks. Don't get me wrong, I've got stuff to do, but, yeah. So, loving, kind, compassionate. Oh yeah. Eat dessert first. One, you do know I'm a big believer in eating dessert first, because I believe chocolate is the first step to fixing anything. But what it means, the metaphorical meaning is, don't save the good stuff. Don't wait for a special occasion. Make the occasion special. I'm going to remind you of the story that a friend of mine told me that she went to lunch with a friend and her friend was using all the fancy china. And she's like, okay, it's like, look, after my husband passed, I'm not saving for a special occasion anymore. We're going to use the fancy. You're just, aren't you? Gabby just bit me. Not hard. She's just upset with Rita. So lay back down, sweetheart. It's okay. Lay back down. And sometimes, Gabby's right there setting a boundary with me. She's like, stop touching me. That is loving, kind, and compassionate. Set your boundaries. You don't have to bite people to do it, though. She didn't draw blood. She didn't even leave tooth marks. She's just like, stop touching me. That is loving, kind, and compassionate. Set your boundaries. And then I also want to remind you that joy is a quality of God. Therefore, joy is a quality of you. It does not matter what is going on in the world. It does not matter what is going on in your life. You still deserve joy. Please make room for joy. Please make room for joy. Whatever else, is happening in your life, please make room for joy every day. It is a spiritual practice, the spiritual practice of joy. Okay. And that's part of trusting the spirit within, I believe. Making room for joy. All right. The rest of the suggestions are the same basic, easy ones. Do something to engage your mind and your body, whatever that looks like for you. We did go to the park today. I did a short walk because I just couldn't. I was like, I got through one loop in the park and I was like, I'm done. I'm going to go home now. I do encourage you to drink plenty of water. You've already seen mine. I brought it with me today so that I can drink it. Because one, it's cold, and two, it's minerals. Trace minerals. Yay. To help with that recovery after being in the park and it being 70 degrees in December. Hydration is super important. Your brain works better. Your body works better. Your skin looks better when you are well hydrated. And then that early in your day, bright light. We are facing thunderstorms this afternoon, but we got some sunshine in the park and it was nice. It was nice. I like cold days when they're sunny because I like to feel the warmth of the sun on my skin, even when the rest of me is cold. So, it's like 5 to 10 minutes is all you need to help reset those circadian rhythms. If you are not getting it because you get up too late or too early, not everybody gets up with the sun. I'm just fortunate that I can. Because that's where it fits in my schedule. You can Google sun lamp or seasonal affect disorder lamp or light. They exist and they are very helpful, and you will have more energy during the day and sleep better at night if you can get that 5 to 10 minutes. And it also supports your vitamin D levels. And if you're not aware, vitamin D is important for bone health, thyroid health, mental health, and immune health. So go get your vitamin D, 5 to 10 minutes. All right. And between 7 and 9 in the morning, that's when apparently the sunlight is at the right angle. So, okay. Gabby just laid down with the kind of that grunting sigh that she does. She's just like, all right, I'm done. And Rita's back on the couch too. So there's 3 of them now. Foster's all the way in the end, Gabby, and then Rita's on the other side. And I'm going to keep her over here because I don't want another incident. So I'm now at my Ernest Holmes quote, open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you that you do live in heaven right here, right now. It's all around us all the time. It's kind of what we've been talking about, trusting the spirit within. It's all God. Being willing to see that heaven is not a physical place we have to get to. It's a state of mind. It's a state of consciousness. It's a spiritual place we have to get to. We can get to. I guess I'd phrase it that way. It's a spiritual place we can get to. When we recognize that it's a state of mind, we recognize that any place can become heaven. That's really incredible and amazing. And so I just lost my train of thought. I'm telling you, I wish you could hear this purr. I mean, if heaven had a sound, this would be it. That or baby laughter. Baby laughter is another one that's really good for my idea of heaven. You know what? I don't know what else I was going to say, so I'm just going to remind you, if you are intent on creating that heavenly mindset, take Emma Curtis Hopkins' advice, look for the good and praise it. Look for the good and praise it. And which is another way of saying count your blessings. And if you need to change a grumpy mood, there are 3 ways to do it. 1, gratitude, count your blessings, look for the good and praise it. 2, random acts of kindness. And 3, volunteer service. You know, go out and help somebody else. That it works. All right. Since I'm steadily losing my mind, I think the prayer is mellowing me out. I'm going to remind you. Yeah, I guess I'm at the social media part. We are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I'm the running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. I commend to you both the YouTube channel and the Facebook page have hours and hours and hours of content. So please feel free to check those out. I think I'm just losing my mind. Email info@creativelife.org if you want to know what's going on with the center, because clearly I am just, I need to wrap this up. That will get you on the constant contact. The hot links are hot. If it says click here now, it'll take you right to the information you want or the person that can help you get it. Yeah, I guess I'm at the part where I get to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day, a trust in the spirit day, a work on your idea of God day, a set your boundaries day, a catter day, a enjoy your fur babies day, a take yourself to the park day, a good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough, just as you are. You are a beloved child of God in whom God is well pleased and well represented. You are a brilliant light. You are a divine spark. You are spirit in motion. You are God in action. Or as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are godly. All right, beloveds, get to know the truth of your being. I talked about your relationship with God. That's part of it. You want to peel back all of the layers of everything that you have been told you are. By society, by culture, by religion, by people that know you, by people that don't know you, by stereotypes, by gender normatives, by archetypes. Peel all of that away and get to know who God knows you to be. That person is good. That person is probably pretty cool too. All right, beloveds. Reverend David will be on around 5 p.m. with you. I will be back with you around 9 a.m. And tomorrow is Sunday, so we will have an amazing service for you right here on the Facebook Live. And so if you're watching, just scroll up a couple of videos tomorrow. And if you're on YouTube, well, just click over to the Creative Life Spiritual Center page and pick your date, because they're there. We've got years of it up now. Yeah. All right. Just a little messy, so we're going to wind this down. Not an abrupt ending, but a wind down. And, yeah. Take care of yourselves. Know that you are loved, and I will see you next time.